Adventures in Filbar. For all your role-playing needs, try the free stuff first.
Hello and welcome to our stream. Don't forget to follow us on the socials at Imhobo Inc. or you can email us imhoboinc@gmail.com. If you're interested in playing on the stream, get a hold of us. You can also purchase interesting RPG items at our store and the link is below. We have everything from shirts to skateboards in our shop. Go, take a look. And if you need new math rocks, catch a Pirate Dog Dice on Twitter for some personalized items. If your game stinks, unlike ours, try some adventure scents by elfishgames.com. They have over 60 different scents and most are pleasant. This aid is perfect for in-person games, especially conventions. Elfish Games also makes how to RPG with your cat, how to cook with your dice, the Shine system if you want to be a gooder writer than me, or try the Radiance project if you just want to play with yourself. Allfishgames.com is your stop for game aids.
Hey everybody, welcome to Murder Hobo Inc. It is CRED tonight. Cthulhu rises, everyone dies, but you know that because our wonderful head GM Frank has made an introduction video. All hail Frank. All hail Frank. All hail Frank. Oh, okay. Well, I thought we would get a cult going out of thread,
all hail Frank.
and it did not work.
You should know starting a cult isn't a good idea.
No, it's the worst idea.
It was just a book club, man. It was just a book club.
I wanted it to just be a book club. You guys forced it into a cult.
A rose by any other name.
Is the book club
Still
with the mascot that's
human
just Jello?
sacrifices.
Book club with the mascot of Jello. Green Jello.
All right, so let's go ahead and go around, introduce ourselves while I grab dice and prepare myself. Starting with, let's go with the person who has the most. Oh wait,
Dick, you are such a dick.
Carol, why don't you go first?
As I was picking my drink too. That was good timing. Good timing. Hi, my name's Carol. I'm a longtime gamer, occasional GM, and commission mini painter. I have a Twitch under Muses_Touch. Around these parts, though, I play also on the Corsairs of the Azure Atoll on this Saturday, and I play Roses of Raven, Blackthorn, by, I don't know, she's not really a wannabe pirate at this moment. But here, I play Anja Yeager, my somewhat crazy, half-elven, a lot of halves, somewhat crazy, half-elven, half-ranger, half-barbarian. All fun. That'd be me. Am I throwing it to someone? All right. I'll throw it to Mr. Knight.
Hello, my name is DJ. I am playing Mr. Knight. My other character, Bran, is once again dead because the GM, I think he actually just has it out for me. I really do.
So too. I think
I really do.
You know why?
No, in reality, it's my own fault. I know my own failings.
No.
Because I actually try to be heroic and go off and do stuff on my own.
No, he has it out for you because
I need to stay by the cleric more often. Drag everything to him. And with that, Ernie, it's your turn.
Help, yeah.
You mean your cat?
Yeah, my name's Ernest. I'm playing the cautious destruction domain cleric. I'm not an idiot that runs into danger, so I take the least amount of damage usually. But we'll see how that goes since Mr. Knight has a vendetta for some reason for me being cautious.
That's the player, not the cat.
Oh yeah, DJ doesn't like me, Ernest. That's right. I need to keep that separate. The
That's
characters
much
are
better,
somehow
yeah.
Anja just thinks you're a coward. But you know, when you've got 100 and how many hit points I got now? How many hit points do
Cat thinks you're all just crazy stupid.
I mean, I have 131 hit points and take half damage of all physical. It does make it a lot easier to go into battle. And by the way, if I didn't, he would have nobody in front of him. So
He can take it.
Alright.
He's tough.
Speaking of hit points, you guys are now level 13, and
Woo!
as the rule for leveling up, your hit dice. Starting with Anja. Anja, are you going Ranger or Barbarian?
I already added it. Don't have me subtract it.
Oh,
I rolled a
we might
9.
subtract it. You rolled it before we did that.
I rolled a 9.
I rolled
Anyone
a
do
2,
it?
so your 9 passes. Mr. Knight, what is your D hit die?
Barbarian.
I believe it's a D8.
D8. I rolled an 8.
I rolled a 7, so 8.
All right, you take an 8. And for the cleric,
All right, I'm rolling a D8, and I got a 6.
I rolled a 7.
All right.
Wow, he rolled well in every case but mine.
You pretty much had it in the bag. Calm
I
down.
know, a 9 out of 12 is pretty good.
It's amazing, yeah. So, last time you faced off with former Captain Kenza of the Hazel's Folly, the last living member other than, at this point, Riley and Anja of the Hazel's Folly. Ever since you got to this island, crew members have been dropping like flies. Turns out she was the one who was causing a storm, leading an army of deep ones once again into the breach, and summoning up a Shoggoth, one of the ancient servitors of the great old ones back in the day. A stupid creature, but an incredibly dangerous creature nonetheless. You guys managed to defeat that. Bran was killed for trying to be a hero and stopping the witch all by himself. And Anja was left to deal with the body, and Kenza made a deal with her to leave the island of Farzine with all of the deep ones, essentially abandoning the ghouls and the cult of Fentonathoa to themselves, which you guys have taken a pretty big bite of that cult, so that would have been something really helpful and really great. Bran would have been raised back from the dead. No complications like previous. Complications. No complications. Yeah, right. And your family would be free to live about their own life. Your sister wouldn't be dragged into a cult, provided that you took your place in bringing the deep rising to Lord Cthulhu in order to help awaken him. In fact, awakening Lord Cthulhu might even prevent the cult of Fentonathoa from killing everyone on the island and essentially destroying this part of the world. And Anja said no, like a sucker. Couldn't take a good deal when she had it.
Oh, there's more complicated than that.
There was absolutely no more complications other than that.
Yes,
It was a straightforward deal with no backwards, nothing at all.
Hold on. She had her chance to go with me and walk away, but she decided she wanted to fuck with these two. So fuck her.
Oh, we so weren't gonna let her go.
I think she could have actually found some way to just blip out or something and get
Would have
away.
just stopped you then.
What's that?
Would have just stopped you then.
No, she would have grabbed me and went. She would have grabbed me and gone. But that's beside the point.
Eventually, you killed her after spitting in her face.
I got so mad
So
because she would just fucking go.
Really screwed you guys up. And upon her death, the sky begins to lighten up. The storm moves away. The flash of green lightning is gone. You pick up Bran's corpse off the roof. Or maybe it was on the ground because it got shoved off. I think Anja kicked it.
No, it was
really
on the
brutal
roof.
Of her.
It was on the roof.
And you guys head back into town. where the leftover skirmishes, you see deep ones running through the barricade of the shipwrecks back into the water where they had broken through. Some of these hermit crabs that you guys had defeated are steadily sidewalk marching back into the ocean. There's a dog saying, "Kill me," being drugged back into the water.
We see him.
He's just on top of the shell of one of the hermit crabs, and it just tucks him in as he starts yowling. So
not right.
And then
That thing has become the joke of this entire campaign.
It's gonna become like a giant badass later,
I'm telling you, that's the real BBEG right there.
probably.
Give me liver.
You see Lothar mad with blood fury, bleeding, dozens of pins sticking out of his face. He tries to even take you guys out in his madness before you guys are able to put him down and get him to rest with the remainders of the priests of light. And Mr. Knight sees in a dark alleyway a ghoul who is grabbing and dragging at the remains of one of the refugees before he realizes he's spotted and makes a run for it. The ghoul is able to get away. I'm sure nothing bad happens there. But at this point, you are in the midst of the ruins of Farzine. There are wounded who are being taken care of. There are buildings which are being refortified and kind of turned into hospices or barracks in the meantime. Houses are being redug out, provided they have a sturdy stone floor. You see bodies are being thrown onto bonfires. It should not smell as good as it does, but there's like a seafood smell going there. It smells fishy, but in all the right ways, but you know it's the wrong way. You see refugees kind of going back to the shipwreck barricade and trying to patch up the holes that have been torn in it. And you have the Book of Kaza with you. Meanwhile, standing in the center of the courtyard is the statue of the goddess of light, the statue of Kaza, shining a bit more fiercely, although not less warmly than it has before. What would you guys like to do?
Do I feel need to do anything else with the Book of Kaza? Or is it done? Is the statue the end game there? Or does it need to be united? I guess the first question.
That would probably take looking at the Book of Kaza and seeing what's going on there. Yeah, I'll even say on top of that, you see that the priests of light, although their spells are being answered, there seems to be some growing frustration, and there are a few of the priests who are kind of around the statue of Kaza, trying to interpret, trying to figure out what's going on, praying at its base.
Actually, I think Riley has the book.
Correct.
There's like so many big things to do right now.
Yeah. It's almost like you have the time to do some of those things now. I want to say, like, you guys invaded Farzine, the city of Farzine, 2 to 3 days ago. It has not been a long time at
Yeah.
all.
No, it has not.
Never is.
hmm So while some of these tasks look like they have been started, nothing is really thorough yet. Hmm.
What are we doing with the book? And what are we doing about Bran? And I look right at Mr. Knight.
Mr. Knight cocks his head like cats do. And he replies, I do not know what we're doing with the book. I don't have it. I don't read books. That's a human construct.
You guys turn to look, and Riley is no longer there. In fact, you see his form running away. No, I'm sorry.
Would shock me.
Riley is doing whatever Riley is
He's getting a fire going. He's got the book over it. What?
What did Ego say previously about this book?
Ego said to tuck the book within his pages.
And
Um,
I did that.
mhm.
What has happened?
The book is intact from being a warlock of Ubo Satla, whose tablets would absorb knowledge, literally steal it away from any book. I don't know, maybe that's a shock to you that the knowledge is still there in the book. But
Maybe
if you
it's a
look,
god, though. Maybe that's why.
maybe. If you look to Ego, he informs you that the book requires a lot of time to research. There is some of my old notes within the book. However, some of this is useless to me and may prove more useful to the clergy. However, there's danger. Their minds can be taken, their knowledge can be stolen from them.
Mm.
There is great danger here. However, with this Fetnathoa, and I believe I can offer you some protection from it and its gaze, given enough time to research.
Will that protection go to the rest of my party as well?
If possible and given enough time, yes.
Cool. Well, then I know what I'm focusing on during this downtime. Um,
You could probably bring the priests into it too. Instead of having the cult
No,
book club,
I'm
you could
not
have the
bringing-
priest
Yeah, I was
of
gonna say.
light book club.
I'm not bringing the priest into it. Ego and I are gonna work on this to start
That's fine.
Okay.
because that protection against the Eyes of Fet were
Yeah.
very much helpful in our last encounter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We know what Riley is doing, and Riley, I'll have you make some rolls here in a bit. Anja.
All right. As for downtime, I want to
Mhm.
try to cross back over. Although I have questions on that front because there's a certain effect that probably would be in play if I cross back over.
Yes.
Unless the GM doesn't remember, which would be lovely if he didn't.
The time dilation?
Yeah, I believe she was way down on charisma. I guess I kind of wonder if I recover that because it was damage. I don't think it was like drain. I don't think it was permanent. But I don't know if it heals over time here like it would because it happened there. But in the most immediate thing, I look at Mr. Knight and I said, I wasn't talking about the book. I was talking about Bran.
Again, tilts his head the other way.
You promised. You said you had some way of dealing with it.
Well, you did mention the book first. As for Bran, it is very possible that we could bring him back. It will not be a simple task. First, we need to decide how we wish to bring him back. I would believe he would wish to be brought back a certain way. Not a way that
Kenza did it before.
not a way that will be most favorable for at least me.
What do you mean?
The Raven Queen is not exactly, how should we say, fond of cats. And nor are we. Well, we're fond of her, her followers. They're very delicious.
That's right. You guys eat the ravens. I mean, it's not your fault that they're tasty to you.
Depends on her disposition, I guess. And also Bran's disposition. Souls, unless forced, have a free reign of whether they come back or not. Maybe he'll have unfinished business he wishes to take care of. Maybe he won't. Do you know of any unfinished business he has other than, all of this?
No, I didn't know him that well. But there's all of this. There's his brother he'd probably like to. I forget it. We didn't take out his brother, did we? This is Carol forgetting.
I think his brother died.
You're muted.
Muted.
Jesus Christ, Kyle.
I need to keep my heavy breathing and my sighs and my to myself. I'm a disgusting GM. I am the epitome of a Dungeons and Dragons player. I stink. I'm fat. I'm hairy. And I breathe way too heavily.
I think you just described most monsters.
I was like,
that's why I'm a perfect DM. I get to
he's a monster. Did he die? Bran's brother.
The party does not know what has happened to Bran's brother.
Can't remember who we took out. Did we take out the other guy? Took out the other guy? Can't remember because he had that big, huge battle.
The ghoul.
Oh yeah.
Receiving the clan yoga. She's dead.
I remember that.
Mozetta, Kenza.
Oh, Mozetta's
and those
dead.
were the two main deep ones that you're aware of. Besides Mother. On the ghoul side, you have Alwiggy, Corwell.
Corwell's the one I was trying to think of.
Yes.
So Corwell's gone. All right, so
they're all Corwells. I
thought it was Commander Corwell.
It is Commander Corwell. Last name Corwell. Bran's last name might be Corwell as well.
Question: may I roll I guess it's going to be a religion check.
Marcus Corwell.
To know certain things.
What are you trying to know?
Certain things that Bran, or at least the Raven Queen, would like to see Bran finish.
What's her persuasion?
Or at least have an emissary of some sort dealing with.
I mean, what's her persuasion on these old ones?
An emissary. Yeah, sure, a religion check is fine.
Oh my God.
How this goes. I have craft religion. That's not bad. It's 16.
A 16. You are referring to the ghouls eating the dead people?
Actually, not
and the
quite.
living fucking saint.
I'm actually referring to all of the souls that are trapped inside their jerky bodies.
Uh-huh.
But yes, the other things too.
remember she ate the ghouls ate a living
I know
fucking
there's
saint.
that, but the more pressing matter would be all the souls that are trapped.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good.
I mean, 16 is fairly low on, trying to discover what a goddess wants. I would think, especially one as
Enigmatic.
enigmatic as the Raven Queen. I mean, it is possible that Bran was there to help set you guys on the path of doing her task for her and doesn't
True.
necessarily need an emissary anymore
That
if
is
she
true.
sees fit. I mean, you all know that there's souls inside the dried jerky bodies, and you guys have more or less taken an effort to destroy them.
Maybe you should be thankful for that.
Okay. While we are talking about roles, Riley, with advantage, give me 2d20 rolls. And then my question is, are you going with what would you like to roll as far as researching this book goes? Investigation, religion, arcana?
Yogg-Sothory? Good, because I'm trying to prevent the eyes of Fett. It's like a protection.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you will have multiple checks on this book in order to try and figure out information. It's what do you want to roll first? And that tells me what I can get to you.
Okay, so let's roll 2d20s here.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, I have advantage. 28.
Holy jeez.
Yogg-Sothory. Well, I mean, I get a plus 10.
Oh, okay. All right. I was gonna say, man, how close are we to a crit on that one?
Well,
okay.
I'm proficient, so I rolled an 18 plus a 10, so 28.
Okay. From the book, from Ego's research into this island and Fetnathoa, Fetnathoa has been here for quite a long time, if a bit dormant. You are able to cast a protection from Fetnathoa. You guys are I do believe it's going to be a level 4 spell.
Okay.
But if you take time, you can create scrolls.
Will the rest of my party be able to use these scrolls?
Yes.
Cool, then I'm
They don't
definitely
necessarily, they just have to have the scrolls on them, and it will provide protection.
Sorry, just picturing 40K.
Purity seals?
Yes. That's literally what I'm picturing.
Pretty much.
Oh my lord,
okay.
that's cool. That'd be amazing. I want a purity
The
seal.
spell, as you cast it, or if someone reads from the scroll, gives them 12-hour protection. And this will protect from anything that has a gaze associated with Fetnathoa. The rootlings, the little things that break out of the ground and also have its gaze, it'll protect from that. The elder influence, which you came across when you were nowhere near Fetnathoa and you were still being affected by it, it'll cover that. The spell, any petrification effects related to it.
Nice.
You got 2. Okay. While the duration of the scroll is in effect, if you fail the saving throw, you have 2 charges, which will change it to a success instead, and there's not a
negative.
So it's not like, oh, okay, you succeed, you only take half of that, which is 2. You won't take any of it.
That makes sense.
Period.
And I
If you
get 2
succeed,
charges of that. Cool.
and you will have 2 charges.
Nice.
Where you can make it a success instead of a failure. If you fail, you will only take half the amount.
Ooh.
Okay. But it's only 2 per casting. After that, it's gone.
How long does it take me to make a scroll? And what are the requirements on that one?
Well, you need to find a shop or a place that has the writing implements taken over during a siege. You have a good chance if you know where to look. The priests are probably going to have a good idea about this. I don't know if Riley ever went searching in any local bookstores, but there's also probably not too many bookstores here on the island. But if there is, probably hasn't been looted, and you can probably find what you need to make these scrolls.
Mm-hmm.
You also have more research into the book if you wish. There's still a religion check.
Okay.
And yeah, religion would probably offer you the most. You can also make an arcana check instead, but you will not get as much if you want to go that direction as well.
I would rather do Arcana.
Okay.
Cool. Also, I do have 1 jar of ink left and an ink pen and the book, the wondrous item bookkeeper ink pot, remember? So maybe I do have some items that could help me make some scrolls. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just because of my background as like, a book nerd.
Yeah, no.
But
Yeah.
let's do the Arcana. Do I get just a straight up roll on this or advantage?
Advantage.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good. 16.
Yeah, honestly, religion would have helped you out a little bit more here. Not that it would have. I mean, you are reading it arcane wise. You kind of get some ideas, but this is more of it's a primordial. Kaza is a primordial being who has come about, was worshipped on the island, able to gain more power, and kind of has turned herself into a minor deity. But in this check you failed, and you're not going to get more information than that, unfortunately.
Okay.
If you go to the priests and get their help, you could get bonuses, but then also Ego's not necessarily looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna work on making some of these scrolls. A couple things. My inventory, I picked up I can't remember the kit or whatever when I first created my character. But I have 10 sheets of parchment, a little bag of sand. I now have 1 bottle of ink left because I smashed the other bottle on the stairs at the lighthouse. I have an ink pen. So I do have some basic implements. Also, I do have mending. So if I do need to scrounge a little bit, I can maybe repair some items through mending. So that is going to be a lot of my time is focusing on using the items I have, scrounging, and trying to make some of these scrolls. Preferably, if I can, I don't know how much time we have, a couple scrolls per member of the party. Mr. Knight, Anja, and myself.
Okay.
So 6 scrolls, I guess.
Give me an investigation check as far as scrounging is concerned.
All right. That was a 5.
You are not going to have a lot of luck on this.
That totally makes sense.
But you are certainly trying, and that's to be applauded.
I'm trying.
We're going to go back to Anja and Mr. Knight, or if you guys want to go separately, what's going on?
I mean, am I leaving the whole bringing Bran back to you? Or do you need help, or
Yes, I would need materials as an offering to approach the requirements of bringing back a soul. That is not something we cats often care about, since it's not something we often do. I will also need to rest, and I will need to have a seance with 6 other individuals
definitely be
to
one.
prepare the right spell. I will need quite a large sum in either materials or item to even attempt this spell.
Know what I've even got. I'm not good
Now-
enough to axe.
I have nothing, so don't look at me. He just shows a paw.
You had a banner. What have I got? What have I got? I don't want to give up anything because I need it all. I've got the belt of stone giant strength that doesn't work anymore. What's that?
On your dream person, not on your actual person.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
That's why-
it's
that's
just
why
not
Mr.
doing
Knight has
it
nothing.
anymore. Oh, I thought you. All right.
Let me just use this lightning gun. Oh no.
Yeah. It's like staff? What staff?
I mean, other than side splitter, and I don't use it that often, I have the dagger of venom, which I could sacrifice. But that's it.
Um,
All I have is that. All is that. I have
well, let's see. That's
Thorn bracers.
that's a rare, right?
Yeah, it's a blue. It's a rare.
I think that actually would be enough.
Would it be enough?
Yes, that would be enough. It actually is a little over, probably. I think.
Cool. I will gladly give that up. Here comes back.
That sucks. It's actually something Brain could use.
Man, bummer.
Yeah, because all he's got is a hand-me-down eyepiece and a robe.
You had that really cool robe. That what the hell happened?
I try to make it really cool.
I know. Did it get blowed up?
I think it got damaged a little bit.
Was it the lava or the acid that killed it?
I don't think it's
Lava.
is it-
Lava.
It didn't kill it. I don't think it killed it. It just damaged it.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
I understand.
Real good.
Wait. Could it be mended and we could use that if you'd rather?
When
I'm
the wind
busy.
Dagger venom?
blows, ashes and the cloak fly away.
You did not express that.
No,
the
you
time.
didn't.
Oh, this is the
Just-
first time you felt a breeze in a while.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
give me a break. Would that be enough if it was mended?
No idea. I have no idea how much it's worth.
Well, this is a definite.
Mr. Knight, what's your passive perception?
What a dick. What a-
21.
21?
It's still not bad.
21.
It's not 31.
Are you guys in a building while you're having this conversation? Are you standing out in the courtyard? What's going on?
Probably out in the courtyard?
Oh yeah, the courtyard.
Because
with
we were
Bran's-
looking at the statue and the priest being all frustrated.
And I got Brand's body.
Sure.
I'm still holding Brand's
Oh,
body.
who has the
You should probably
schwa?
put that down. The what?
The
Well,
swap?
the what? Oh, the
Schwa.
schwa. The thing we got last time.
I don't even know what that is.
That was
Oh,
the thing that could control Shaggoths.
The off-brand tadpole, illithid
yeah, sure.
tadpole. The off-brand.
Oh,
tadpole.
yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah,
does
it's
Riley
still
have
alive,
that?
writhing,
Yeah.
and whoever is
It's
Why-
an off-brand illithid tadpole.
I don't know if I have that. I would say Anja would have that.
I don't.
Are you gonna pull a lust? Is it gonna be like
I
talking
don't
in this
recall
jar?
actually taking.
I'm sorry. Are
that,
you gonna be
but
talking? Are you gonna be pulling an envy and it's gonna be talking in its jar to us?
Oh God, no. No,
Calm
I
down,
can. I
guys,
can.
calm down.
I
I
guess
was
I
just
can.
asking about certain items.
No. I guess I can.
We
have
could.
that. We.
Do I believe the cat would does the cat believe that would actually work?
Would that be? Would
Who
that be enough?
has the schwa?
Me.
Is the question I've asked first.
I'm gonna say
As
me.
the DM.
Because
I
I
think
don't
that's.
think.
I think
I
that's
don't
possible.
think we really discussed who actually had.
How are you holding it now? Or did you just shove it in your bag?
I would just shove it in my bag, probably.
Okay, great. What's your passive perception?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, mine's not nearly as high as his. Perception.
By the way, if this is if this
17.
can be smell based, I have +5 to it, or the DC's
Plus
reduced
5
by
to it.
5.
Yeah, no, sure. Anja doesn't notice this, but
No.
it smells like fish anyway, so you know what? Neither of you really notice this
Oh, come on.
as something horrible happens to Anja.
Okay, sure.
Sure.
I'm gonna. It's gonna.
Yeah, why not?
turn
We
us
haven't
off.
rested yet. Why not?
Exactly.
We have those. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It's why I didn't necessarily want this thing. I don't know.
Well, I tell you what, Anja, roll high or low. Does it escape or does it do something horrible to you?
Horrible.
You know what? No, fuck it. You said horrible. Let's go with it.
High or low?
Oh, jeez.
Well, usually, this is Cthulhu. Low is always good for me, and high is bad.
Okay, so you want low.
I want low.
Okay.
Standard Cthulhu rules.
Okay.
Am I roll?
Yeah, you are talking about these things and talking about things you could offer, and you go open up your bag, and there's no schwa in the bag.
Oh, you roll low. Terrible, might have been
Mr. Knight, you see the bodies that are being chucked onto the bonfires.
I don't see it crawling away to catch it like a cat.
Yeah, that's a good point. How long ago did it
Small things catch my attention.
All right.
It didn't go into Bran to go into Bran's body.
You guys just want the
yeah.
worst
Bran just gets up.
There we go. There's a way to get your character back in the game.
He's back. He's back.
Oh,
it's easier than I thought.
Let's have flashbacks.
Mr. Knight, with your passive perception, you notice that the bodies being thrown onto the bonfire are not necessarily being looted, and there are spellcasters among the dead deep ones.
Oh, shit.
Which means their supplies are being burned as well. So you could potentially be missing out on some things.
Mr. Knight will yowl and tell Anja, tell him to stop.
Hey, stop burning the spellcasters. We need to check them out first. If I
What's
get that
spellcaster look like?
Stop burning the bodies. And I'm going to walk up and I'm going to start looting.
Okay. Go ahead and
I will
give me
make
an
myself
investigation
look
check.
intimidating if I have to.
Mr. Knight, go ahead and give me a perception check to see if you catch the schwa leaving.
Oh, fucking
This with advantage or not advantage?
Not advantage. There is some smoky,
26.
smelly stuff. Yeah, no, you watch as it didn't leave her bag. It actually is now leaving her bag as she's searching through this body. And you watch as it kind of slides out, goes down her leg, and starts crawling away to what looks like the nearest building.
I'm going to do the cat thing where I crouch low, get my head low, wiggle my butt, and then I'm going to pounce on it, catch it with my paw.
Just to resolve, it's only a 9 on investigation.
Okay.
Mr.
The first
Knight's
body
action.
you go up to is one of the several-day-old ghoul bodies from the original. Yeah, it is not pleasant at all.
Pick another body. What are you going after, Cat?
Worms.
Am I still making investigation rolls until I get something good? I could roll.
That kind of sums up the generalization.
That's
the
all I got
last
was
body
one.
they tossed on was a spellcaster, and that's where the ingredients have kind of burst into flame.
Fuck.
These are not scrolls necessarily, or bottles of glass potions. It's more like algae that you throw in your mouth and suddenly you gain health and hit points. So it's kind of very hard to. It doesn't look like normal spell casting equipment, and so this group of bodies that you're searching for, you don't recognize. There's no scrolls, there's no rings, there's no rods. It's just fish fingers and I'm going to stick
Custard?
with fish fingers.
You know what?
And
Just
mustard.
fingers and custard.
Fingers and custard.
You know, I feel like since we stop people from burning him, this is more of a Mr. Knight type of thing, because I'm not a magic user. I cast nature spells. I don't have
The cat, after pouncing on the little worm, just kind of looks just like, just tell them to take everything off the bodies and we can sort through it later.
Okay, fine. So that's what I tell them.
He's just gonna look at the worm thing.
Do you have it again? Do I have any? Let's see. Are there any flasks around here that are? If I realize that he is on top of the friggin' thing, or do I?
If you look at him, he's got something tail, kind of doing that cat thing where it's up in the air and kind of waving just the right amount.
What you got, Mr. Knight?
It's the thing. It got away.
Oh fuck. All right. We need to put it in something. So I'm gonna look around at the debris for something like a flat. It's a worm, right?
Does a 12 hit your armor class, Mr. Knight?
No.
No. Okay.
Finally.
Yeah. Right.
A miss.
You see, as this strings, these tendrils try and they kind of go up into the air and they try and dig into your paws and reach under your skin, like through your nails, and you just kind of start kneading this thing, and it's not able to get its tendrils into your claws.
I'm gonna look for something to put it in real quick.
Mr. Knight, just go look at Brad. He has those bottle things you guys use.
Oh, it's a good point. All right, so I'll go on a brand. I'm sure I can quickly find a flask to stick it in. Sound good?
I think you might be muted.
Would I be muted? No.
Yes.
I am never muted.
Always.
I am perfectly always ready to answer all your questions.
Always. All right. So
I just want to suspense build that, This is
right.
Hulu game.
Sure.
Dread building within you as you don't know the answer to something.
So do
I'm clearly mouthing to you.
Can I run over? And it's
Yes.
great because I'm looking at my character sheet. So I'm
Mhm.
not looking at you.
You can label it as off-brand lifted tadpole.
All right, so I'm gonna try to put it. Do you have it in your mouth or something? Or
No, I have. Mr. Knight's holding it with his paw.
Okay. Then
Probably batted around a little bit.
We're gonna try to shove it. We'll work together to shove it in the flask.
Don't you have mage hand?
Like,
why are you
I do have
holding it
mage
with
hand.
your
You're
paw?
right. You're actually right about that. I do have mage hand, don't I?
He is a cat.
I am a cat.
Because
no,
he's a
I would do
cat,
that.
and he's
So,
playing with
yeah,
his
I'll
prey.
eventually just mage hand it in there. I'll just hold it with a mage hand and put it in. I'm assuming it weighs less than 5 pounds.
Just slightly.
That would be a really big worm.
It depends on how long it was inside Captain Kenza. It could be, fairly large at this point.
Oh, gross.
She had a great figure at the end, though.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
You heard it here, folks. Frank says you should eat tapeworms.
Oh, God. Is that what this is? Is a
That's what he's
tapeworm?
A little
he
bit,
posted.
yeah.
Is it actually a tapeworm?
It's like a tapeworm.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, off-brand illithid.
All right.
Yeah.
I close the cover real tight. I mean, where's my strength? My strength is still a 17. So I can get that cap on real tight. I don't know if Mr.
Brand says make sure you put holes in the top.
You mean Mr. Knight says, not Brand.
Well, yes, Mr. Knight. Sorry.
But how? I'm gonna
put holes in the top.
I'm trying to think if I've got anything small enough to.
That's a speak with dead spell. That's what he says. We don't even ask a question. That's what he just says.
All right, I will God, what have I got that I can put holes into something in the top? That's not going to make too big a hole.
Dagger?
Well, I can use my dagger venom, I guess. Oh, I probably have normal daggers they just pushed aside. Actually, I don't have a normal dagger. That doesn't matter. I just
Dagger Venom's not going to do anything unless you command it to do it.
Yeah, I know. So I just kind of use the very tip just to put some very small holes that are smaller than the thing, so you can't fucking crawl out again.
I really want you to stab yourself, so do me a favor, roll a d20.
I gotta command it.
Don't roll a 1. That's all I'm saying.
Don't I have to command it?
Or 2, or 3.
I can't see.
Just the d20 roll.
I rolled an 8. I rolled an 8. Okay.
You take 1 point of damage, but that's probably going to go away when you long rest, so you're fine.
Well, it's a good thing because I only have 3 points, 3 hit points right now. So now
you do 3 points of damage. Oh no!
Shut up!
Just your strength alone.
So wait, actually, when I leveled up, they added that in, but I don't think it should add it in yet. So I should be at. I should take 12 points of damage. So I need my 9.
We're gonna move this along just a little bit.
Mr. Knight will. Yeah, Mr. Knight will before he rests, inquire about items of value or diamond dust or welcomite. We'll see if anybody has any that they can spare.
Okay. Mr. Knight is asking people or going through?
He wants to go to sleep. He's going to ask people to do it for him.
Oh, okay.
I'll be his translator.
He can speak to many of these people, remember.
Oh,
they've been around him over a week.
He should be able to speak enough people, yeah. Give me a persuasion check. It's not going to be an advantage. You would have advantage, but man, we're just going to see who you're talking to.
18.
18, yeah.
That's low for me.
There are not very many spellcasters, and those who are on the islands are druids. Alternative spellcasters.
Well, they know welcomite.
Alternative. Yeah, they know welcomite. It'll take some time, but they think they might be able to recover some for you. And we'll go ahead and call that the end of the day long rest. So go ahead and regain all your stuff and things.
That's good.
Things.
Following day, news has spread about that you want all the items removed from the dead. The only exception to this are the refugees. Their remains. There are a couple of corpses that have been out a little bit longer. The ghouls. The ghoul smell always smells like a dead cemetery to begin with. And some of them are just kind of rushed onto the fire to get rid of the smell. And unfortunately, the deep one smell is also pretty bad. So some of them are being rushed on. However, should you guys choose to search and loot, particularly through the dead bodies, you will have advantage on that.
Sure.
The town itself is going to be a little bit more difficult. Still making scrolls. Give me a wisdom plus proficiency roll, Riley, and we'll see how you're getting along with those at the moment.
22.
You are able to get at least 2 before you went to bed last night.
All right. 2 is better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
How many days before we all die from an eldritch being appearing? Like what
And that's a gamble because remember, there's more than just the two we're dealing with.
True.
Amy's
that was a
second
joke.
now. A
Yeah,
great
I don't know. I
You
just
look
know
up at
that
the
time was
sky
limited.
as a giant eyelid opens up. The blue sky turns into a giant eyeball that starts looking at you, and then all reality disappears as the
I was just gonna
sleeping
say,
demon
as a
god
thought, the alarm
awakens.
clock goes off.
Maybe I'll
Well,
finally fail a dread
fuck.
save.
Holy!
Oh, that's cool. All right, on with my day
Unfair.
now.
I'm done. I'm done. Screw this.
From now on, when I fail a dread save, I want him to take the failure. He wants it so bad.
So is this the end of the day or the beginning of the next day?
This is kind of the middle of the next day, yeah.
Okay.
Well-
Do I have a chance to scrounge again for more supplies for scrolls before
Yeah.
I go on to continue making more? All right.
Mm-hmm. If you're
I'll-
looking for, yeah, go ahead and give me a roll. If you look through the things and items from the bodies, you have advantage on the search.
Ooh, I'll try that
Mhm.
too. So investigation.
And I assume
roll.
we'll look for anything neat as well.
Well, I rolled a 21.
Okay. You are able to get supplies. That'll make your next check for scrolls a lot easier.
Nice.
And a 21. Let me get this here. Yeah, you are digging through some of the stuff there, and you find an interesting looking jar of what looks to be sardines
Jars.
mixed with this weird black ink.
All right.
And if you kind of look at it a little bit, it appears to be a oil of slipperiness.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Cool. Oil of slipperiness.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is,
And
but it sounds better than a jar of ink thrown on some stairs.
quite possibly. Give me a insight check, please.
All right. Insight.
This one made with disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage.
Ah, I saw that roll too.
Well, that's
Oh.
fine. A 22.
Oh, that's good.
22?
That was
Yeah,
my
no,
low roll.
Was.
I'll come back to you on this one here. Anja, what are you kind of doing on the next day?
All right. I feel like if I don't start doing this, I'm gonna lose the opportunity. I want to try to cross over to the other side. My sister freaking could
I can
do
help.
it. I want to do it. Not that other side. I want to see if I can. I've gotten really close. I know I've gotten really close to being able to cross over to the dreamland of my own accord. And maybe I've got abilities now. Thanks, barbarian. I can sense the unearthly, which is I can detect aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, undead, magic items, open magic gates and portals and spells. So I'm hoping to sort of loop this in with what I've already done and try to find a way into the dreamland. Because apparently, according to Mr. Knight, because he finally did tell me that I can cross over much like he does, finding a portal in my sleep, but I want to do it while I'm awake. And I got close. And now I have an ability that I can actually do it, so. Oh, I think he's talking to the kid. You're muted.
We're getting rid of you. Go.
Is that
Roll your it is a charisma check.
Oh, that'll be good when I'm trying to come back and have no crew. Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Mhm.
I'm gonna try this every day till I friggin' succeed.
Yep.
At least once a day. I mean, it shouldn't take that long unless I get stuck up there.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm gonna try to get back, which will be really funny. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was fucking shit. 3 Christmas, so that's a 9. I gotta make this happen, damn it. What are you laughing at?
Oh, so when there is issues where the dreamlands aren't necessarily open
Yeah.
to everybody, there's a 20% chance that there's a dreamlands portal somewhere nearby within a certain radius.
Okay.
It's a 20% chance.
Oh, do you want me to roll that?
Oh, no, no, no. I've already rolled it for you, and your charisma check was going to be the thing to help you with that. There is
So
a
2 rolls to
portal,
friggin' make. Well, the thing is,
but
okay.
you don't know where it is.
So my barbarian ability will not help with that.
No. If you rolled better, yes.
All right, as I said, I'm gonna try it once a day. In fact,
Yeah.
could have I tried it the day before? We kind of skipped
You
to
guys were kind of figuring what was going on with Bran. And that's what
right.
you and Mr. Knight were kind of doing there. Mr. Knight, what are you up to at this point in time? Oh, and Anja, give me an insight check at disadvantage.
Yeah, that would have been good. Insight.
Yep.
Do I even? Oh, I do have insight. 14.
14? Okay. Not too bad. Mr. Knight, what are you doing today?
So, Mr. Knight, oh, how should I do this?
I don't know. You tell me.
Mr. Knight is going to go to the loot, as it were, the
Mm-hmm.
pile of loot,
Mm-hmm.
and cast Detect Magic to see if anything sticks out in value.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that magic tends to be more valuable, that money concept that mortals, that humanoids have.
Give me a D100.
22.
Give me another D100.
98.
And roll a 2d6.
A 4 and a 5 equaling a 9.
Okay. You are able. Give me a D100 on that one more time.
68.
Okay.
Almost
you find
nice.
9 potions of healing. You are able to find these this array of pufferfish needles. And
Do they look similar to the things that we saw in the captain's face? Or not the captain, what's his face?
Lothar's face?
Yeah, Lothar, thank you.
Yeah. Now, strangely enough, his name is Lothar Wenza, and he's also a Captain Lothar Wenza of the thing.
That's right. Yes, he is
Then
a
it's
captain. I thought I was right.
Kenza,
I was like,
and
I'm
it's just
thinking
like,
at first, like, no, I'm
gee.
wrong. And then I'm like, no, I think it is captain.
Mm-hmm.
I think Will Wiggy or whoever fired him.
Yes.
That's
yes.
right. So he's
not
no
a captain
longer a
anymore.
captain.
That way I didn't have to
He's a
worry about
commander,
Captain
though.
Wenza.
He's a
He is
captain
a
in my
commander,
heart.
though. No, he's a commander of an army.
Of the refugee army, yes. So yeah, I guess that's technically true. Okay.
So he went up in rank.
They are similar, however, they are of various shades of color.
Do I smell poison on them? Sniff, sniff.
It's ink.
Ink.
And if you take the time to figure that out, I can happily tell you what that is.
I don't take the time. I don't care.
Okay.
My cat doesn't care.
It is very magical, though.
That's
Okay.
good.
Great. And I need you find a scroll. It's not a scroll. It's maybe a glass bead with some flickering energy in it. And
It's actually
I will
a fishbone with all scribbles on it.
Oh, it's Scrimshaw. I like Scrimshaw. That seems
There you
like
go.
it would work in that situation. Okay. You do not have a D24, I imagine.
No, I do not. I have 2d12.
I do.
Why do you need a d24?
Because there are only 24 level 8 spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, that's creepy. It is an 8th level spell. If you wish to study it, you will be able to know what it is. Otherwise, it's an 8th level spell scroll.
Fine, I will study it. How long will that
Alright.
take? Roughly.
Give me an Arcana check.
Jeez.
I
really don't want to spend all day on this crap. If it takes longer than an hour, I stop.
Okay.
That's a 14.
14. You know that it is a evocation spell. Oh gosh. Yeah. It is the spell Dark Star, which can be
Ooh.
found in the Explorer's Guide to Wildmount.
Oh, God. All right.
Crushing gravitational force.
Apparently, we've been tainted by that now.
Apparently. I blame you, Carol. Okay. So, Mr. Knight will just put that away because that seems like it's a bad idea to leave lying around, and he's a little worried about who the hell was carrying that.
Creature
Dude.
reduced to 0 hit points by this damage is disintegrated.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I love that.
He's gonna tuck that away. He's got a
Can we-
fishbone scrimshaw now somewhere in his little pouchy.
Gee, could we do that to get Nithil?
Okay, so anyways, Mr. Knight, looking at what he has, no idea how worth, quote unquote, the pins and needles are. So just kind of put that aside. He will take a look at the potions just to see what type of potions he's got here. So there's 9 potions. Of what levels are they?
They are
And of what
potions
variety?
of healing.
Just basic?
Basic.
Are they all the
They're
algae
rolled
based?
like crap. They are algae based, so you can
Okay.
take them while they're underwater. They look like
Cool.
fish eggs. Let's say that it's caviar based.
Gotcha. Mr. Knight does like at it, but does not eat any.
I can imagine.
But you know what? He'll put,
it's all
he'll
in
put those in his
cans.
pouchies. He'll put
Like-
that in his pouchy.
Is it in
Yes.
a can? Is it in a
Yeah,
can to like
it's
fish?
sardine in a can.
There's an ivory spoon.
I just
Mr.
like
Knight,
picture Mr. Knight lying there with all the cans open around going, oh, that was so burp.
Indulge so much. All right, Mr. Knight needs to take a jaunt to the Dreamlands.
God damn it, can you show me out? I'm so mad. I'm fucking pissed off right now. It's supposed to be an ability I can
It won't
do.
take long. It
It'll
won't
never
take
fucking
long.
happen.
Okay. Yes, you can go into the Dreamlands.
Mr. Knight wishes to gather up six. I think it's 6 other cats.
Mm-hmm.
You holding a
For a
seance with
seance.
cats? Oh my
Duh.
god!
I mean, they're so much better.
That's really the
Fine.
whole idea of him being a grave bard. Okay.
I'm not a grave bard. I'm a spirit bard.
Close enough.
Same difference, yeah. Creepy cats. Give me a persuasion check.
Come on, Mr. Knight.
Oh, 28.
Okay. Yes. There are some who are getting a little bit grouchy and thinking that Snowball might have had the better idea after the loss of Dreamland's cats. But there are still who are fanatically loyal to Mr. Knight at the moment, and you are able to perform your seance if you want to go ahead and describe that.
It's basically just filtering through various, since we're in the Dreamlands, dreaming individuals
Mhm.
as they are like a spirit form wandering through. Because not all dreamers have physical form. And basically, he is able to take the knowledge or the spirit in himself to be able to cast a resurrection.
Okay.
And he will actually spend a little bit of time, probably like an hour or two here, discussing what's going on currently. And he would also like to entice those that might be disgruntled a little bit back towards his side.
Okay.
His platform is he understands their concern, but truly, what has Snowball done other than sit around and get fat?
Ooh.
At least I'm being an active cat.
Blood sacrifice.
Oh no!
That will bring Bran back, right?
If you manage that, he would count as blood sacrifice.
No!
Oh no! He's not looking to sacrifice Snowball, but
Where's liver when you need him?
I mean, like I said, there's.
where's liver?
Why did
If
we
you
just
get
take our
liver,
liver?
I'm not even going to look at the dice. You're going to have Bran back with you.
Oh
Good
my
luck
god!
finding him,
Why
though.
did we fucking? Oh, we saw him. Damn it!
Okay.
Yeah, that would have been a brilliant idea.
Now, I want to ask because I want to be fair in this and not just assume anything.
Mhm.
Obviously, persuasion sounds like a good choice for that, but I'd almost like to make it into almost a political platform, so performance maybe.
You are not really.
Yeah, I would say so because, I mean, you are fluffing some of this a little bit. Snowball's not that fat. It's the fur that makes him look fat.
It's all about perceptions. It's literally all about perceptions.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Are you good with that
Yeah.
performance then? Okay.
Give me a performance.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. This could be a nat 1, everyone.
It could be.
No, it's not a nat 1. It's a 27 because I rolled a 12.
You platforming with the cats of Ulthar has very much raised their spirits. However, in the distance, there is a glittering of light. And if you were to turn and look on a not quite a nearby roof of what looks like, a church never in use, because there's real individuals to worship here in Ulthar, not those silly gods. You see Snowball glaring at you, and what could be mistaken as these glittery statues, you see them move as you see 4 or 5 Saturnian cats. These are
Those
the
things are
size of
massive.
humanoids. Yes. Some of them have 4 legs. Some of them have 7 legs. One of them is hanging by its prehensile tail. Their bodies glitter with this gem-like crust on their bodies. You have made enemies, Mr. Knight. Or at least one enemy who has very powerful connections in the Dreamlands.
I think there's another
And
thing
it
now I have to do in
might-
order.
Oh, okay.
I think there's one more thing I have to do.
Okay.
I wish to speak to our local catsmith.
Okay.
I need some armor. I need to up my AC in some fashion because this is getting horrible having an AC of 13 the whole time. I can't even get mage armor.
Okay.
So I'm going to see what eventually is available.
Give me investigation check.
$15.
15. Okay.
I can only wear light.
You are able to find someone who makes these adorable outfits for cats.
Hey, that's
They
why I
are just-
asked for the catsmith.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cats
and
actually make armor and weapons.
yeah, you are able to find padded leather or studded leather armor.
Okay.
There's actually a few who you begin talking to and talking about purchasing some armor, and they seem well to do with, helping you out. And then there is this shining light on the wall behind them, and they glance back at you. And a few refuse to help you or just say, "Oh, I don't have any in stock right now. I'm not going to be able to help you." And by the time you turn around, you can kind of catch a glittering tail or paw scratching its way up the wall. In one instance, the cat is literally taking up the entire window, staring at this cat that you're trying to get help from, ignoring you. But eventually you are able to find one. The prices are a little bit steep.
Yeah, I have no money. There's no money
Oh.
for cats.
There is no money for cats.
You know what my inventory is?
Uh-huh. Well,
0.
you got an 8th level spell.
Yeah, you can trade.
Yes,
Really?
no, you're
Yeah,
right. I
okay.
do have a
Fine.
scrimshaw thing. Yes, you are absolutely right. I do have that.
Uh-huh. You have the quills of something. You're able to fit.
I know those are back there. I didn't take those.
Oh, they're back. Oh,
They're
you
just
didn't take them.
stashed.
Oh. Ah, gotcha.
I don't want to. I want to prick myself.
And you have a bunch of fish eggs.
I do.
Healing spells.
I do.
And yeah, if you give 3 of those, well, what are you wanting? Padded, leather, or studded?
It's not even magical. It's worth crap.
I know.
No, I'm not giving anything because I don't have anything to trade then. All right. Well, they had stuff, but that's
I
fine.
would take some healing potions for the trade.
Not worth
Not
it.
worth it to you?
Not worth
even
it.
those tiny little
Nope, not worth it.
potions of healing. All right. I was going to
Like
give you
one of
3
those could
potions
buy me a
for
couple pieces. One of those could buy me like a couple armors.
From where?
Real world. I could get like large armor.
They don't know what kind of armor that is. Also, the town you've been in is destroyed.
It's true.
You want cat armor. You made a political enemy. Okay. If you
Yeah,
choose not to do that,
I know
that's
what the
fine.
next platform is now. Do you
Ooh.
want to be subjugated and intimidated? I think not. We are cats. We are freedom. I'm gonna start that campaign
These
as I'm leaving.
Saturnian cats are taking our nerves. We used to prowl these streets, but now them cats are doing it. Take our nerves.
Maybe Zachariah can help.
Oh God, that's great.
Ooh.
He seems pretty resilient.
Okay.
That Turdian cats. What the hell are they doing here?
That is a question, isn't it? Is that all for the Dreamlands?
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Okay.
13
You
AC
make
it
your
is.
way back. Are you going to attempt to cast the spell today or wait a little bit longer?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay. You're busy with that. Anja, you were busy with your thing. Riley,
Yeah.
you were busy with yours until you started to notice that the priests of light, and I was kind of rolling separately for them trying to figure out what was going on. There appears to be some sort of breakthrough that they're having as they are beginning to regain the full ability to cast their spells. You see that they're working a little bit faster healing people. And one of the priests, who is this tall, gangly, buck-tooth human, is almost night and day. He was one of the first priests that you saw there at the statue trying to figure it out. He is still there, praying constantly, studying, and they seem to have discovered something with your insight check. Anja, you were busier with your stuff. You weren't kind of able to notice anything but what you were doing. Mr. Knight, you spent most of your time busy with other things or in the Dreamlands that you did not get said check. Now, on to the spell. Unless you wanted to do anything about it, Riley.
I want to alert Ego that about what's going on. And I will take a little break to see what's going on with the Priest of Light and the statue.
That's kind of what your insight check got, so unless you want to actually approach one of them.
Sure. I'll ask one, like that gangly dude, what the commotion's all about.
Motion. The goddess of light has changed. Have you not sensed that? We were barely helpful in this last battle, and now there's something different about her. We have to change the way we worship.
How so?
don't know yet, but I can feel her. Can you feel her? I can feel her, like her power is in the ground itself.
Oh no. I'm getting a bad vibe from this. I commune with ego. I'm like, you catching this? This seems bad.
Sure. Let's see where ego's at on things. Yeah. Bad vibes. Not necessarily. But there is power strumming through the ground. It is not Fednathoa.
Oh, okay.
It is far more primal,
Far more primal.
less alien.
Okay.
He introduces himself as Domniku, by the way, and he is apparently the head of the Priests of Light at this
all
point
right.
in time.
Domniku.
And you're from that area. You see the ink stains on his fingers. This guy's a nerd.
Nice. I introduced
He's a book
myself
reader.
as someone who has recently received the blessing of the Statue of Light, and say it's nice to meet him. And I am trying to create some scrolls for my party and our I feel upcoming fight against Fednathoa. Do you happen to have any supplies for me to create some spell scrolls? He seems like a good person to ask.
Yeah. Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Woo!
Mr. Blessed by the Goddess of Light.
All right, advantage. 22.
You kind of break through this enthrallment that he has with the statue, with his goddess, that he is able to supply you with more than you need, probably.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go continue working. But if you need any assistance or the goddess needs any assistance, please feel free to let me know. And then
Thank you.
I bow out
Okay.
to continue my scroll work.
All right. And let me see where the priest is. Jeez. You know what? The great news for me and for you is I roll well. And when it benefits you, I roll well. When I want to kill you, it rolls also well. You take that as it is, you know? The dice giveth, dice taketh away, but the dice really giveth a lot to me. Okay, Mr. Knight.
One second, just looking at something.
Sure, and I will say out loud for anyone who chooses to watch this that resurrection spells have been more or less banned from this campaign unless the Raven Queen is gone through first and earned her blessing. However, there are other ways to raise the dead, which are more difficult and highly problematic in that they are a twisted version of what the Raven Queen allows. Ways that are skirted behind her back in order to raise the dead.
We can always put Bran's soul into Liver's body.
There you go.
Put Bran's soul in the snowball's body.
It's going to be liver, but with Bran's voice. Oh God, kill me! Just trying to jab himself dead.
Oh, So
Or better yet, someone tries to kill Liver, but it has the moves of a monk.
Yeah.
is Mr. Knight going through the Raven Queen? Or no? So I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out if I should say, can I have another shot to try to get there? I have a real reason to actually
He's
go.
doing this in Farzine.
Oh, I thought he was doing it in the Dreamland. Never
Nope.
mind.
No, he
I gotta
got
be with the
spell
body.
in the Dreamlands.
Oh, it's true.
Mhm.
All right, so yeah, I should be able to do resurrection. For some reason, it's not popping up on the list, but it should work.
Yes.
Okay.
This-
Yeah. He will. So, what did the people find for items for sacrifice?
I just gave it. All I have is the dagger of venom.
No, I'm talking about the check I made earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The check you made earlier.
Remember, I asked people to go look for welcomite and stuff.
Oh, that is correct. And you did a, was it a 28, I believe? Or 27?
I think that was it the 28? Because the 27 was the later one. I can't.
Or if it was something even worse, I'm okay with that too.
I can't remember.
Okay. They are searching through the town itself, trying to find magic items. They are not having. Oh my goodness.
I mean, the other option is, of course, diamond and diamond dust, jewelry and such like that. Again, I'm not sure how you're making it work in this world, since obviously, if it was just diamond dust, we would probably never be able to have any decent spell.
Yeah. And you guys have found gemstones that are worth a lot of money.
Will those work?
There is one in particular that would help. I don't know which one of you has it though.
Yeah, it's not Mr. Knight. I know that.
When you entered in through the fortress from underneath,
Mm-hmm.
and you had to put that gem
In the door.
stone to
I
open
had
up the
it.
door. That is a lot of money.
Oh, I'll
Oh.
hand that over.
Then I will have to find Anja, and obviously she will know that I'm going to be attempting to resurrect him.
Okay. There.
And given that this is Brandy, because he'd probably be upset if I didn't, I will attempt to go through the Raven Queen. Can't
Anyway, I
guarantee
can-
it'll work.
Any way I can participate in this? I'm asking Mr. Knight.
Mr. Knight will also go try to find Riley, unless he doesn't want to be found, to also see if he wishes to participate or at least observe.
How long is this supposed to take?
Good
You
question.
have to
How
pass
long
the
does this take?
trial of the Raven.
1 hour. The casting time is 1 hour. I'm assuming that's going to be part of it.
Kyle, how many scrolls have I made at this point?
Go ahead and give me another wisdom plus proficiency on top of that.
All right. 22. It's my favorite number tonight.
Okay. No kidding. You are able to make 6 more on top of the 2 you've already made.
Oh, shit. I have 8. All right. Yeah, I'll take a break. Let's watch this ritual. Sounds good.
Okay. The people who have been searching for items for you, a couple have remembered that there was a pawn shop in town. they are able to find a ring of swimming worth 6,000 gold pieces.
Holy crap. That's like 6 times over what I need.
Yep, an ebony walking stick with a silver snake head worth 550 gold pieces. The deed to a hut that is actually collapsed underneath the ash. It was a very lousy hut.
Can I have the deed? I ask.
And
I shall I shall rebuild the hut.
you find a
Riley, the
vial.
hut dweller.
I'm actually gonna use that land and just place my temple to the gods over the property. Just be like, this is now my temple.
Okay.
Sorry, what was that last item, Kyle?
A vial of liquid. I see here. Yes, a vial of some sort of liquid. It is currently transparent.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I mean, you could make a.
So please explain to me how I should make this work, because per the normal spell, it's 1,000 diamonds dust and it brings the person back. Please explain the differences that we must partake in.
You have to undergo the trial.
Mm-hmm.
You ask the Raven Queen for permission, and we end the session right here.
25 more minutes?
Correct.
Because he has to figure it out.
Can I do it?
It's a side one-shot deal.
Oh, which is perfect since Anja's gone next week or next time.
Yeah, it will work out well. I mean, can I get any more shots while I'm here though? At trying to connect.
She may.
I mean, yes, there is also that possibility.
That is a very big possibility. It's going to be a really short session next time.
You are a cat asking for this favor.
Yep.
So you're going to have to roll a really good persuasion check right now.
What
if you succeed, that's the end of that, and next time you are embarking on
Okay, all right. One persuasion check to see what the next week's session is.
Can Anja perform the trial in Mr. Knight's place, even though Mr. Knight's performing the ritual?
Oh, my persuasion.
But then I won't be here in 2 weeks, so.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
You'd be a better candidate for that then, in that regard.
All right.
But I don't know if she'd like you either, so maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's not great.
Can I do something? Can I interject any prayers or anything to give him advantage in this role?
Yeah, all of you can participate in this persuasion check.
All right, then you probably get advantage.
Well, it depends on what you do.
Well, I assume the one thing I can do is pray to the Raven Queen.
Okay.
I assume that's how we have to.
Yeah, persuasion check. Unless you give me a skill check that you think applies to it. Let's make it as simple as that. And then I'll say, screw you when you fail.
What are we could actually, like, what if I do really well in actually role-playing it?
I'll give you a bonus to it.
I asked the Raven Queen
bonus.
If there's someone she wants dead in turn for a swap.
I will pray to her, and I will say, oh God, what do we call the Raven? Does she have any honorifics? Or is it just Your Highness?
Keeper of the dead.
Keeper of
Too
the
bad
dead.
Anja wasn't, talking to Bran a little bit more.
No, but Mr. Knight might know.
Keeper of the Dead. Queen of Winter.
I like Queen of Winter. Oh, Queen of Winter.
You could also say Upsur of the Unworthy, if you know her history well enough.
Oh, Usurper of the Unworthy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know her history that well, no. But I like Queen. What'd you say, Queen of Winter?
Queen of Winter. I believe she has the winter, or I think it's like the winter domain.
Guide,
been a while.
guide of the dead. Imagine. Oh, Queen of Winter. I beseech thee to allow Bran. Fuck, what's his last name? Corwell? No,
Corwell.
Corwell's. Is it Corwell?
Yes.
Bran Corwell to return to us in Farzine, in this world's greatest time of need. We need everybody we possibly can get in this fight. And he's too valuable a soldier to let cross to the other side for now. Please. I beg. If I wasn't needed for this fight, I would trade places with them in a second. Plus, we also need them to take care of the ghouls, which I know is something that you would like to see eliminated for what they do to the dead. Thank you for hearing me. And please help. All right. Would you say persuasion?
Mhm.
Oh, I'm tired of bad fucking dice rolls. Oh, fucking hell. That's great. 10. Can't fucking roll anything.
Okay.
Sure.
There is no additional bonus
Sorry.
from that plea. It has fallen on deaf ears.
Oops.
Riley, is there anything you would like to add to this?
No, I'm staying out of this one. That was a joke about sacrificing a cat.
It's a shame.
But
I would have given you advantage on the roll.
oh, that is a shame. I at this point don't want to make any more enemies. And I think that would create a lot of enemies that I don't want at this point.
Okay. Mr. Knight, your roll.
I rolled a 15.
The laughing caws of a nearby raven are answer enough. You are not worthy to try for the trial.
Ooh, okay.
Awesome.
That's a personal insult. I wish to goat them into getting me the trial then through deception.
I'm going to need a little bit of role play on top of that.
Okay,
just to see what
that's
we're
fine. That's
doing.
fine. I have no
Yeah,
problem with
yeah.
that. Mr. Knight. So I just hear them saying that, I'm assuming?
They're caw, caw, just laughing in that way that birds
But I understand
laugh.
what the meaning is.
That it's been denied, yes.
I see.
It's Raven for
So the
fun.
birds think that a cat cannot be better than them. That a cat cannot do what is set before them. It feels that the birds, and possibly the Raven Queen, is afraid that they may be upstaged. But that is to be expected from such creatures. To bring back somebody that is theirs to help them, it would be just like a bird to let it go and to believe them so superior that they foolishly deny such assistance. Even a cat knows when they need a little help.
If I get a sense of this, I'm gonna kind of join in here, but I have a different point of view. I guess she just doesn't fucking care, does she? All she wants is more of us to go up to her. That's all she fucking cares about. She can fuck off then. Or maybe she can take a stand and actually fucking help us.
Riley, are you adding anything to this?
No, I don't really feel strongly one way or the other if Bran comes back.
If you have nothing to add, Mr. Knight, you may make one more roll.
It's the same. It's the same bonus. I'll just roll the deception then. 19.
Okay.
Can I give him any sort of a bonus? With what I said.
A flock of ravens comes down to you, Mr. Knight.
He sits sure of himself.
A 15, a 23, a 14, an 11, and a
That one
14.
misses. Only the 11
One
misses.
misses. Okay. "16 piercing damage
Total?
as the birds swarm over you, stabbing at you with claws and beaks. 22, Anja?
Oh, it hit me too? Cool beans. 22
22?
hits.
Okay.
2
points of piercing damage as one flies past you and more just kind of pokes you in the head for your blasphemous language.
Tough shit.
The Raven Queen denies you're right, and the ravens have not been tricked into dragging you into her realm to attempt to participate. You stand prepared to cast this spell, but you have no favor with the Raven Queen. If you attempt to go through with it, it fails. You are lying with the body of Bran.
Okay.
Would you like to go a different route?
No.
Had
Hell
that
yeah.
fucking chance.
You just need to find liver or sacrifice a cat multiple times.
9 times.
Or something else equal in value. It is later in the evening when you have attempted to cast this spell. Were you doing privately, separate from the refugees, out in the open, next
Out
to
in
the
the open.
refugees?
Out in the open.
Okay. Your prayers are not answered. We will
Well,
end.
my prayers are not going to go to the Raven Queen at this point. They will go to Bast.
I wasn't thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the idea of Bast having gifted the cats with the 9 lives and being an enemy of the Raven Queen and potentially circumventing that.
Oh my god, I actually like that. Oh, I just thought, oh, I thought how cool this could be.
Okay. This will be a D100 check. You may try and go through Bass to increase your chances.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think about this. This is interesting.
Oh, come on, just let it happen because this is
No,
amazing.
all
I'm a
good rolls go
dick.
bad. 74.
74?
Yep.
Oh, did you not want to do the prayers or anything like that before you tried the roll?
Oh,
I'm
oh.
kidding. No, you fail. This isn't a cat. It's a cat touched by fish and is a worshiper of the Raven Queen.
What if he gave up one of his lives?
I don't know if Mr. Knight wants to do that.
It's his choice, but I'm throwing it out there.
I like
If I had 9 lives, I'd fucking give up one.
like
That's me.
Anja is just like looks down to Mr. Knight. What if you just sacrifice one of your lives for him? And Mr. Knight's just like,
It's like just
It's
a
like, I
Stewie
didn't
look.
even want to search the
What?
bodies myself. It's like,
The
what do you
hell?
think I want to give up
You
a
know,
life?
if I had
Shit.
multiple lives, I probably would give up one for him. I can't do it.
Time
I
he
don't.
tried to kill me.
I mean, I can't. I can't give up my. I only have 1 life, so I can't give that up to bring Bram back.
How do you know about I have more than one life? You don't know shit.
I'm pretty sure. Did I not know that you got killed and came back? Maybe I didn't know you actually got killed.
You're muted, dude.
Always.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I didn't say anything. beneficial. Anyway. Yeah, no. Bast is not in your favor on this. Cats, man, they're flippant. Flippant? Yeah, something along those lines.
Oh well.
Okay. The day ends. The next day begins.
I'm gonna murder every fucking crow I ever see. That's it. John,
A
fucking
crow or a raven? I don't know. Ah, screw it.
screw it. I'm just gonna murder them all.
Turns out it was a pelican. Who knew? They look a lot alike.
No, they don't. Pelicans are white.
It's all
You're
covered
a
in ash from the
barbarian.
fires.
Don't
It's-
worry about it.
Hey, over the course of the night, can I try one more time? I'll walk around and see if I can pick up a portal nearby and try to go through it. There's gonna be something that the abilities can be good for.
Sure.
Sure, what the hell? Why not? I rolled a 19 on the die. Plus 6 is 25.
Okay. Roll that 20, or sorry, roll a D100.
I was gonna walk around until I kind of sort of sensed one in the area and then try to connect. Otherwise, there's no connection. But I rolled an 18, so
Oh,
there's your 20%.
you find a door.
Shit. Oh. So do I feel the connection to it, like form doing this?
Yeah.
Oh my lord. And like, can I
You're just
rep,
kind
do I
of
think I
pushing and
feel
trying
like
this, and then you sense there's a pathway over there.
perfect way to not be here in 2 weeks? I go through the door.
This is gonna suck for you two next time.
Oh, I'm sure it will because the Christmas thing's going on.
Okay.
Also, my thoughts gonna be shit. What do I know? What place is done? You know what? I've always wanted to go there. I'm gonna imagine Ulthar in my head. I'm gonna go visit the cats.
Okay.
If I can. We'll find out though.
As a general thing, what are you doing on this day of downtime?
Who,
Anja
me?
is off
I'm gone.
doing something around town, presumably. Maybe she went to bury Bran.
I didn't even think about doing that, but yeah. Well, I figured the town might, the
Throw
priest
him
or
into the
something, but
fire.
I tell
that
you
may
what,
be what happened.
I believe you two have the highest passive perception.
They do.
At some point in the day, you see Niku drag a ghoul bound up in front of the statue of Kaza. Or maybe if you don't actually witness him doing it, the signs of it are there. And he yells out into the air, dedicating this death to, and he kind of screams out the goddess of light, the volcano, to Farzine, to Kaza, and slits this ghoul's throat as it begins to bleed out. And he grows in stature, not necessarily in size. This sacrifice is for you, Kaza. And he turns and proceeds to walk over to a hospital nearby, and you watch as he lays hands upon the most injured soldier there, bound and wrapped. Unfortunately, Merrick is the second most injured person there, so he's fucked. And lays his hands, and the guard immediately kind of gets back up, stretches, and thanks Dominicu before grabbing his things and leaving the hospital bed to a mess tent or some such. And he goes and begins to excitedly speak with the other priests of light. And you begin to hear them murmur, Gaza, Gaza, Gaza. And so if you did not witness this ritual, you are certainly see the signs of it after it has happened.
So did we actually give up on like, is Bran's body still around?
I don't know. Anja, what would you do with Bran's body? Would you leave it out in the open?
No.
Because I have an idea on bringing him back, but
No. I mean, if you talked to me, you were there.
okay. Well, after
I would secure
you
it somewhere.
left at this point.
Okay.
No, but this is right after it happened. I left probably early or towards evening after this was over and we're done. But I would have resolved all this before I left.
Okay.
So, if you come up and tell me that you have an idea, then we'll make sure that we secure his body somewhere where he isn't going to be bothered.
Well, after Anja and Mr. Knight leave, I take Bran's body to Dominicu, and I present Bran's body to Dominicu, and I say, he is one of the ones who helped rescue Kaza and retrieve the statue, or the goddess of light.
Bring another goal.
Is there anything that you can do to help bring him back in our fight?
I'm just shocked she didn't give enough shit about her own disciple.
So you do this before Dominicu has discovered that Kaza is who he should be worshiping.
Well, then what I'll do is I'll ask that, and I say, if you can't think of anything now, I'll just leave Bran's body with you for tonight for you to ponder this, and I'll just say I leave it there.
Okay.
And then maybe I'll just beseech Dominicu to try and like solve this problem for us.
I mean, you're still solving the problem. Thinking to bring it to bring Bran to him is still a solution.
And then I'm okay with us leaving the session there. Like, you can think about what you want to do with that.
Yeah, I think we're done right now.
I think it's a good place to leave it too.
Okay.
Anja has disappeared off into the dreamlands. Who knows where? She thinks she knows where, but
I don't know where.
Again.
Just because I thought it. But this is the first time she did it of her own volition. So that was, hey, it's pie day. Does that mean I filled the pie?
All right, everybody, that is CRED Cthulhu Rises. Everyone dies here on Murder Hobo Inc. Stay tuned in for Saturday night. There's a game going on there.
There is.
Probably something on Saturday as well. Or no.
That is Saturday.
Margoo. But other than that, we'll see you guys later. Everyone wave to the camera. You guys failed Bran and he's dead forever.
Shut up.
Adventures in Filbar. For all your role-playing needs, try the free stuff first.
Hello and welcome to our stream. Don't forget to follow us on the socials at mhobo inc, or you can email us mhoboinc@gmail.com. If you're interested in playing on the stream, get a hold of us. You can also purchase interesting RPG items at our store, and the link is below. We have everything from shirts to skateboards in our shop. Go, take a look. And if you need new math rocks, catch a Pirate Dog Dice on Twitter for some personalized items. If your game stinks, unlike ours, try some adventure scents by elfishgames.com. They have over 60 different scents and most are pleasant. This aid is perfect for in-person games, especially conventions. Elfish Games also makes how to RPG with your cat, how to cook with your dice, the Shine system if you want to be a gooder writer than me, or try the Radiance project if you just want to play with yourself. Allfishgames.com is your stop for game aids.